What's up, guys? It's Bishop here with another episode of Niehaus, No Sports. Here with the man himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Niehaus.
A very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Niehaus, No Sports. I thank you so much again for this wonderful opportunity.
No need to thank me, Mike. I love you.
A very busy Saturday, January 17th.
Tell me about it.
Well, where do we start? We'll start with some college basketball action,
Okay.
Andy.
All right. What kind of college basketball?
Number one
action?
Pittsburgh Panthers
Yeah.
go down to the Louisville Cardinals in Freedom Hall.
Really?
Absolutely.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. Number one Pitt lost to an overrated Louisville team.
And you know what was not in Rick Pitino's cards?
What's that?
To let Pittsburgh stay undefeated.
That is a great win for the Louisville Cardinals, who I think is overrated, and who shouldn't have beat the University of Kentucky. Sosa just got lucky with that shot. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. Kentucky should have beaten them. They're an overrated team. I do respect them, though. Respect Pitino as a coach. Do you agree? One of the best coaches.
He's a fantastic coach. He'll go down in college basketball history as one of the great coaches of all
I mean,
time.
he always has a team.
Like him or not. Like him or not. Put that aside.
For what he did to UK, which was wrong. But, like him or not, I think Louisville's a good team, but they're not a great team.
It'll be interesting in March to see how Louisville does, and obviously the Big East tournament. But even more importantly than that,
Wow, they took down Pitt.
They took down Pitt. So staying with some Big East action, the Georgetown Hoyas go down to the Duke Blue Devils.
I saw that game. So
the Hoyas, they're not playing the best basketball as of late. Duke Blue Devils playing extremely fantastic basketball right now.
When you have Coach K, how can you not play that?
Yeah, I agree.
They've had some rough games, but the Duke's a great team.
Duke will probably move into the number one slot on the polls come Monday.
Yeah.
Wake Forest, though, they might actually jump over Duke in the polls because Wake Forest is undefeated, and they were number 2 in one poll. Pitt was number 1 in one poll. In the other poll, the Associated Press poll, currently as it stands right now, Pittsburgh is number 1.
Okay.
Duke number 2. Wake Forest number 2, Duke number 3. But you go to the ESPN USA Today top 25 poll, Duke number 2, Pitt number 1, Wake Forest number 3. So it'll be interesting to see how those two polls do play out come Monday. When the rankings are
when the rankings come out is what you said.
But,
okay.
Moving on, is we do talk about Wake Forest. Jeff Teague leads the way with 24 points for the Demon Deacons as they go into Clemson and beat the Tigers.
Do they? The Clemson Tide.
They go into Little John Coliseum. That's where they play in Clemson.
Yeah.
How about that name?
That's pretty crazy.
Clemson goes to 16-1. Wake Forest goes to 16-0 on the year.
Nice.
Oliver Purnell, former University of Dayton head coach. Another action, let's see here, Michigan Wolverines get upset to the Ohio State Buckeyes in Big Ten action. Let's see, what else do we have here?
UCLA?
UCLA goes down to Arizona State. And get this, that shakes up the Pac-10 conference. And Arizona State grad Todd Heap will be playing tomorrow for the Baltimore Ravens.
Nice.
And we'll get to that later in the show, talking about those AFC and NFC championship
you promised
teams.
the fans that?
I did, and I will stick to my promise.
I know you will, Mike. You're an honest guy. What can I say?
Let's see, what else do we have in some college basketball action? I'm trying to recap everything that went on. Syracuse Orange, I tell you, they changed their name. Jim Boeheim's team. They go and beat Notre Dame by 19 points to that.
I saw that.
So, they're playing some really good basketball.
Yeah, they are.
Let's see, what else do we have? Travis Ford, do you remember him, Andy?
I do remember him. Great UK player.
He coaches at Oklahoma State right now.
Yes, he
and
does.
Oklahoma State lost in overtime today, 98-92 to the Baylor Bears.
I saw that. And I was a little upset because Baylor is ranked, correct?
Absolutely.
And I was hoping that if Oklahoma State would have beaten them, UK's, by the polls Monday, UK would have had a higher rank. Hopefully that they get in that top 25, which I think they deserve.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. I assume if they can go into Athens, Georgia tomorrow with the Wildcats and beat the Bulldogs, they'll have no problem slipping into that poll.
Great game at noon Eastern time.
Noon Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
That would be 11 a.m. Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
And what time would that be? West Coast time?
I'm not too good with times. I would assume 10.
No.
Okay.
3-hour difference.
Okay.
If we're on the West Coast,
I never was good in geography and mapping and hours and times. I apologize. What do you want me to say? I live in Eastern Time. Why would I care about Western or Central?
You gotta be a Renaissance man. You gotta know it all.
You know what, Mike? If I knew it all, I would know it all. Mike, are you kidding?
I'm sorry, fans. If I knew it all, I would know it all. Wow. Okay, moving on.
That's milk on my recliner.
He'll get over it. Moving on. The Philadelphia 76ers win their 7th consecutive game today. Andre
Really?
Iguodala leads away. And get this. Philadelphia Phillies won the World Series.
Yes,
Philadelphia Eagles could win the Super Bowl this year.
that's very true.
How neat would that be if the Philadelphia 76ers won the NBA championship?
Well, that wouldn't be neat at all because Arizona is going to win the Super Bowl. Therefore, it mixes up your whole plan.
Okay, but sticking with Philadelphia, Cole Hamels signs a 3-year, $20.5 million deal today.
Are you kidding me?
I am not kidding you. And this is what gets me. Okay. This all correlates. 3 years, $20.5 million deal. Aren't they talking about the economy being bad?
Yeah.
I love how the economy's bad. Yet these teams, we talked about Kevin Youkilis getting a big deal,
yeah.
Dustin Pedroia getting a big deal.
It's crazy.
CeCe Sabathia got a huge deal earlier
Absolutely.
in the
Yeah.
off season.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how people are losing jobs left and right. Grocery stores like Kroger are raising prices.
Yeah.
I just don't. It just gets me how somehow these athletes, great athletes, mind you, but how they can make all this ridiculous money. I just don't understand it.
And you're right. And when you see these great athletes, you should not see them missing passes and stuff like that, which a lot of them do, and make this money. When, side note, teachers don't get paid enough, but that's a side note. So let's move on with.
Right. I'm not faulting these players for getting that much money. I'm not bashing them. I just don't understand our economy. I just don't.
Well,
and that's part of the economy.
economy.
I just don't understand how people are losing their jobs, and I am very blessed to have a great job right now. But But I just don't understand how. And there's nothing against the athletes. I just don't. And movie stars. Put movie stars in there.
Put celebrities as a whole.
Put celebrities as a whole in there. I just don't get it.
I'm a celebrity. I don't get paid like that.
That's a good point, Fish.
So not all celebrities. Some celebrities. But when you truly think about it, Mike, you got teachers, stuff like that. Law enforcement. Those who are the right law enforcement. Those who are just in the law enforcement. They're only getting paid a certain amount. When you got professional athletes who do a great job at what they do, some do, and they're getting paid millions. It's unbelievable that people get millions for third string who never see a game.
But that's another issue.
That's
another can of worms that we can open on a later date on Niehaus knows
sports, and we might if this show continues. So yes, moving on.
If the show continues.
When the show continues.
Okay, did I say Niehaus does know sports?
You do.
Did we say we cover everything?
We do.
And UFC Ultimate Fighting action tonight. Dan Henderson takes down Cincinnati native Rich Franklin.
Really?
In Dublin.
Wow.
So I said we do cover all sports. There's
do.
a UFC fight tonight. The NHL action.
Yeah.
I said we cover our sports. The Washington Capitals beat one of the NHL's best, Boston Bruins, 2-1 tonight.
Mm.
So, and that was in Washington, D.C. Is something else big coming up in Washington, D.C.?
I think so.
I don't know. I just keep hearing about Washington, D.C., but I'm not a big politics guy.
Yeah.
So I really didn't even care to look to see what else was going on in Washington, D.C., but there's something going on.
Some big talk or something.
Yeah, and Barclays League English Soccer League action today. Arsenal beats Hull City 3-1.
Really? That's interesting.
Arsenal beats Hull City 3-1. And Monday, big game. Liverpool taking on Everton. That's a big one.
That is a big one.
And we do cover everything here on Niehaus News Sport Team.
I know, because you know all sports.
Absolutely.
Let's not butcher it. You know all sports.
Okay, well, Now for the final part of our show, NFL action.
Yeah.
The much anticipated predictions for the NFC and AFC Championships games. Before I go there, I do want to say, how about the St. Louis Rams hiring Steve Spagnuolo, former New York Giants coach, defensive coordinator, as their head coach?
I think that's a bold move.
That's a very bold move for the St. Louis Rams. They've been awful this past 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been just terrible. Remember when Kurt Warner was there? They won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Do you know who the head coach on that team was?
You know what? Not right now, I don't.
I'll give you a couple minutes to think about it.
My what?
Huh?
Do I like it?
What?
The coach.
I'm sure you probably did like him. I'll give you a couple minutes to think about it. Rasheed Morris hired as Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach. Quick turnaround from firing John Gruden yesterday to hiring Rasheed Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Okay, now let's cover some NFC and AFC Championship game action.
Okay.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on Fox, Arizona Cardinals taking on the Philadelphia Eagles in Arizona at University of Phoenix Stadium.
Yeah.
That's a brand new stadium they have there.
Brand new stadium.
Well, not brand new, a couple years old, but really nice stadium they have there in Glendale, Arizona.
Yep.
And also in Pittsburgh at Heinz Field, Ben Roethlisberger will lead his Pittsburgh Steelers against the rookie Joe Flacco's Baltimore Ravens. Now, you know Mike Tomlin's a great coach at Pittsburgh.
Very good.
Class A guy also.
Class A guy, yeah. To say the least.
And, did you ever find out the answer about the Rams
No, I
coach?
think there's something in my eye that I'm distracted with now. Who was it? I can't.
Mike Martz.
That's right. The old
Mike
Martinator.
Martinator is right.
Martinator.
And, so, now, Andy, let me get give your predictions again, then we're going to give my predictions on these two games tomorrow night.
My predictions are $50 down on Zona, $50 down on Pittsburgh, $100 down on Zona Pittsburgh. Super Bowl. Zona takes Super Bowl, $150.
You can tell our viewers that on our Super Bowl preview.
$250.
You can tell our viewers that on our Super Bowl preview show.
Okay.
Big show.
I was just kidding about that last part, about the Super Bowl game then. I do predict Zona for 50 and Pitt for 50.
We'll get back to that Super Bowl game.
Okay.
But you'll be wrong, because I have my predictions now.
Let
Your
me
predictions don't matter, because what's going to happen is what I'm about to say is going to happen.
Let's hear it then.
You ready?
Who do you think?
13-10. Baltimore Ravens beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Negative, sir. 16-10. Wait. Repeat what you just said?
The Pittsburgh Steelers are going down tomorrow on their home turf.
Are you kidding me?
13-10.
Are you kidding me?
Joe Flacco's Baltimore Ravens.
No. Are you
Okay,
kidding
the show must continue. And
No.
going out to Glendale, Arizona,
No, Roethlisberger is going to walk all over.
Philadelphia Eagles advanced to Tampa Bay, Florida, 24-23 with a victory over
Negative.
the Arizona Cardinals.
Are you kidding? You think Philadelphia's going to score 24 against Arizona?
24-23.
Are you kidding me?
24-23,
Oh
Philadelphia
my
Eagles. Donovan
God.
McNabb will be going to a second Super Bowl.
Negative.
And,
Zona's going to score 40.
Baltimore Ravens winning 13-10 tomorrow in Pittsburgh.
They will not.
So,
Bishop knows sports, but...
Niehaus knows sports a little better.
Well, if Niehaus knows sports, let's see. Why don't we throw a little...
Are you going to rock this?
Subway sub is down.
$5 footlong.
$5 footlong.
So wait, we have to get this straight for our viewers.
Okay, straight
So
for
are we
viewers.
doing a $5 footlong for each game?
No, because then you'd owe me a lot of footlongs.
No, we're doing a $5 footlong for each game.
So a footlong per game? So we're
So
running
tomorrow,
a footlong per game.
So tomorrow, there's 2 games.
Yeah.
According to my Holy Cross High School math, that means 2 footlong.
That's what she said.
Oh, okay. Moving on. So tomorrow,
One footlong.
No, we have 2.
Okay, fine. I'm not a wealthy man. There's $20 in my bank account to my name.
It's 1060. Are you kidding me?
Okay, fine.
2 footlongs. We don't have to do it on one. You don't have to. That doesn't mean you have to eat 2 when we do go to Subway. Home with a $5 footlong. $5 footlong.
Someone sedate him.
So, two $5 footlongs are in line, Mark. Okay, just to confirm this, we need to do the handshake. I'm taking Baltimore and Philadelphia. You're taking Arizona and Pittsburgh. We have 2 $5 footlongs.
Oh my! Did you? What? Okay.
And anyway, so that's that.
That's the deal.
That's the deal. And well, I also am anticipating again covering Liverpool and Everton.
Yep.
Seeing the outcome of that game. That game does occur on Monday. Martin Luther King Jr. I don't know what's so.
That's hilarious. The fact that we're gonna cover Liverpool. Who would have thought when we started this show that we would have covered the United Kingdom's Liverpool?
But
that is hilarious.
I don't know what's so funny about that though.
That we're covering Liverpool.
I know, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. What's so funny about that?
Oh, nothing's funny about that. That's serious. I'm just saying the fact that when we started this show that we would have been.
I have to admit, I wasn't anticipating that we would be covering. I know we cover all sports.
Right.
But I wasn't anticipating we'd be going to the United Kingdom to start
That's
covering.
what's so funny. I had nothing to do with Martin Luther
And also,
King.
I am actually doing Liverpool. Liverpool, just Liverpool.
Oh, man. You want me 2 subs after tomorrow. Ain't that funny? We have a new chair for all that milk staying in there.
And we have laughs on Niehaus No Sports,
We
too.
have great laughs, and probably the viewers, the probably 2 still remaining watching, they probably just clicked off now, so we're just talking to ourselves.
And also, I am anticipating the debut appearance of Richard Brewing on Niehaus No Sports. That's exciting.
Yeah, we don't have an exact date yet with work.
But it's going to be coming up here
It's going to be
within the
coming
next
up real
week.
soon, yeah, and I'm excited to have Rick on.
Well, again from my producer Andy Bishop.
It's me.
I don't mean maybe. It's time to get up, baby.
One more.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Shuck and jive. Hey, look alive.
One more.
One more.
One more only.
Okay.
Hey, come on now. Get the sleep out of your eyes. Wake up. You're a Rolls Roycer.
One more. We gotta do one more.
Okay, well, hey, how many more? One more.
Hey, the last 5 minutes. Show what you're made of, baby.
One more. We gotta do.
Okay, now we really lost all the viewers.
Turkey jerky.
It's time for worky. One more.
Okay, one more.
Rise and shine. The day looks fine.
We're gonna do one more even though we
Come on
shouldn't.
now. Get out of bed. You're the 3S man.
Scintillating sensational. One more. Then we gotta go.
One more, we should
Get
have
up.
left.
Get up. Give me a monster mash.
One more.
Okay, one more. This is not good.
Hey, this thing is gonna go into overtime. It's time for OT, baby.
One more. We gotta do one more for the viewers. I know
They're not watching.
they can't get enough of this.
They stopped watching.
Hey, this is a
Italian Stallion! Giddy up! Niehaus No Sports. But it's time to go.